Welcome back to my channel Learn with Aprajita. Students, imagine this. You walk into a bustling film studio and smell pancakes. But wait, it's not breakfast time, it's makeup time. Welcome to the hilarious and quirky world of Gemini Studios as told by Asokamitran in Poets and Pancakes. This text is not just a meme, it's a comedy of errors, cultural clashes, and creative chaos. Grab your notebooks and your sense of humor because we are about to dive into a fascinating journey today. Let me take you to Gemini Studios, the pride of Chennai in the 1940s and 50s. Picture this: glamorous film sets, passionate writers, eccentric poets, and directors shouting, "Cut!" all under one roof. It wasn't just a film studio, it was a melting pot of ideas and personalities. But, oh, what a chaotic melting pot it was! Let's see what made this place such a unique cultural hub. The makeup department. This is where transformations happened, and trust me, some of them were hilarious. Imagine a room full of artists from Pondicherry armed with tins of thick pancake makeup. Their job? To turn actors into glamorous stars. But here is the catch. Under Chennai's scorching heat, the makeup would melt like butter on hot toast. Now, isn't that a sight to imagine? Have you heard of Max Factor's pancake makeup? Anyhow, let me tell you, it was a Hollywood favorite. But at Gemini Studios, it became a symbol of misplaced ambition. Imagine trying to look like a Hollywood star while you are practically melting under the studio lights. It's like wearing a wool sweater on a summer day. It just doesn't work. Students, doesn't that sound like a recipe for comedy instead? Let me share a little about Asokamitran's job. He was in charge of cutting and filing newspaper clippings. Sounds dull, doesn't it? But here's the fun part. This seemingly boring task let him observe everything happening at Gemini Studios. It's like being the only person in a noisy room who is listening to all the gossip. Now, who wouldn't enjoy that kind of an access? Tell me. Students, imagine a room where poets are passionately debating philosophy on one side, while office workers are scrambling to finish their paperwork on the other. Sounds like chaos, doesn't it? That's exactly what Gemini Studios was, a place where creativity clashed with practicality. Asokamitran captures this beautifully, almost like describing a tug of war between art and deadliness. Now imagine a group of well dressed foreigners walking into Gemini Studios declaring, "We are here to save the world with theatre." Their plays were about honesty, purity, and self discipline. Very noble ideas. But the staff sitting there under Chennai's sweltering heat could not stop thinking, maybe honesty starts with letting us go home early? While the MRA spoke about the betterment of the society, the only thing betterment meant to the employees was more tea breaks. How funny. Next came the cherry on this chaotic cake. A mysterious English poet named Stephen Spender. He walked in with an aura of literary brilliance. But here's the twist. Most of the employees didn't even know who he was. He recited his poetry passionately, but the audience stared blankly as if he were speaking Martian. Someone might have even whispered, "Is he here to audition for a movie?" The poet's grand ideas of literature clashed hilariously with a staff more focused on their next snack break. Gemini Studios was a treasure chest of comedy, and none of it was intentional. From melting pancake makeup that made actors look like wax statues to employees sitting through plays they did not understand and a world famous poet nobody recognized, it was irony at its finest. Asokamitran's sharp wit captured it all, showing us how the absurdities of everyday life can create the funniest stories. The themes of Poets and Pancakes are like a masala mix, art and routine clashing like two uninvited guests at a party, cultural diversity adding spice, and humor holding it all together. Whether it was poets debating lofty ideals or technicians struggling with stubborn makeup, the chaos of Gemini Studios turned into a unique masterpiece just like this chapter. Poets and Pancakes is a delightful walk down memory lane filled with humor, drama, and a lot of unintentional comedy. The author does not just tell us about Gemini Studios, he turns it into a stage where makeup melts, poets preach, and irony steals the show. This chapter proves that sometimes the best stories come from everyday chaos. I hope you enjoyed knowing about the Gemini Studios and the poets.